Welcome to Trivia Viral. Our channel covers all the latest analysis and recaps on TV shows and movies, and interesting stories and facts that you may not have known. So sit back, relax, and subscribe to our channel if you have been enjoying our videos so far. We start in the past inside a mansion where two children run around. The big brother places the youngest boy in a closet. Then a groom approaches them and pleads with the big brother to help him. Instead, the big brother alerts the rest of the family to the groom's presence. The bride, the child's aunt, tries to save her husband, but the family drags the groom into a room, never to be seen again. Some 30 years later, the youngest brother is about to marry a very beautiful blonde woman. The bride is nervous, but eager to join his family's gaming company, which is the source of their incredible wealth. Before the wedding, the couple go for a photo shoot with his family. We see the big brother, his cunning wife, as well as the groom's parents. Everyone gathers together for the wedding ceremony, and the bride and the groom are married. That night, the aunt interrupts them and tells the groom that he needed to join the family for a special meeting. So the groom tells the bride that, as a new family member, she must also join them for a game at midnight. They meet the groom's ditzy sister, her chubby husband, and their two sons. The father tells the bride that ages ago, his great-grandfather made a deal with a mysterious benefactor. Each time someone new joins the family, they must pick a card from the special box and play whatever game is on the card. When the bride draws a card that says hide and seek, the whole room goes quiet. The father-in-law tells the bride to stay hidden until dawn in order to win the game. As she goes to hide in a dumbwaiter, the family members prepare themselves with various kinds of arms. The groom leaves his room to go and warn her, which the cunning wife finds out about. The bride leaves the dumbwaiter and wanders around before she is found by her groom. He covers her mouth and tells her to be quiet. The maid is walking around looking for one of the sons. As she is looking for him, the couple hears a loud noise. The maid falls. It seems that the ditzy sister accidentally fired at the maid because she thought she saw the bride. The bride is completely horrified at what she has just witnessed. The groom pulls her into another room and explains to her what was going on. To the family, pulling out the hide-and-seek card means that they must hunt the bride and get rid of her before dawn, or else they will perish. The groom admits that he did not tell her because he feared that she would leave him. He promises that he will find a way to get her safely out of the mansion. The bride swaps her heels for Chuck shoes so that she is able to move around more easily. Then she walks out, but three members of the family spot her. She immediately runs for it, and the others realize that the bride knows about the ritual now. The bride also comes across the big brother, but he seems to be less enthusiastic about the game. He gives her a head start to leave before he alerts everyone else. The bride finds something to defend herself with, then hides in the kitchen while the groom tries to turn on the cameras and disable the locks on the doors and windows of the house. The family butler enters the kitchen. She tries to fire at him, but it doesn't work. The butler tells her that what she is holding is just a display. That doesn't stop her from smashing the teapot over his face and running away. Eventually, the doors and windows are unlocked by the groom, so the bride manages to get outside. His father and big brother stumble upon the groom in the control room. The father knocks him out. They put the groom in handcuffs so that he cannot help the bride. Outside, the bride quickly tries to get through the front gate. She tries to hitchhike, but the man drives away from her. Soon after, the butler spots her and tries to capture her. She bests him and takes over his car, but doesn't notice that he is still breathing. She calls a customer service agent on the smart car, begging that they do something. However, the car was reported stolen, so the customer service agent shuts the car down. That gives the butler enough time to wake up and knock her out. He drives back to the mansion and talks to the family on the phone to let them know that he is the bride. He begins playing classical music on the radio, not noticing the bride waking up, but the family does. They try to warn the butler, but he is not listening. The bride kicks him, causing him to lose control of the steer and driving the car off the road. But the bride stays alive through everything. She gets out of the car, but soon the big brother finds her. He seems regretful, but says he wouldn't let his family down. The bride is knocked unconscious and dragged back to the mansion. Then, the family places the bride on an altar in order to start the ritual. However, they start puking just before the father finishes the ritual. It turns out that the big brother put something in their drinks to make everyone sick. He tries to help her get out, but they are blocked by the cunning wife. The cunning wife shows no hesitance before she gets rid of her own husband. The father goes for the bride, but the bride hits him with a lantern. As a result, the curtains in that room catch fire. The groom's mother tries to fight with her too, but ultimately she fails. The groom realizes that she would never stay with him after this whole situation, so he switches side and hands her over to his family. They carry on with the ritual. Just as the groom is about to finish performing the ritual, the bride claws the aunt's hand and breaks free. She jumps off the table and starts screaming. Before things could escalate further, they see that the sun has come up. This means that it is now too late to finish the tradition. For a moment, nothing happens to them, and they start to think the ritual was fake. However, the aunt then explodes messily. The family realizes that they are truly doomed. The groom tries to get the bride to forgive him, but she hands him her ring and says that she wants a divorce. A short while later, the bride sees the spirit of the mysterious benefactor sitting in his chair. He nods approvingly at her. The bride leaves the burning mansion. Police and medics finally arrive at the scene. When one of the officers asked her what happened, she simply replies, "In-laws." What are your thoughts about the story? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe if you would like to see more similar videos, and give us a thumbs up to get more recommendations of our videos. Be the first to watch the latest videos by clicking the bell icon. See you in the next video.